that.
I need
too.
my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new
Yep,
trunk.
we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
All right, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Wednesday morning. I set this topic aside this morning because I normally on Monday through Thursday, I like to do a piece like between 7:35 and 8 o'clock where we can talk about things going on in the news, political things specifically, things that are arguable, things that are debatable, things that are worth pondering, for example. And for one reason or another, Donald Trump's name comes up a lot, and so I thought, gosh, I've been talking about Donald Trump a lot, and that's a lot. So this morning we had something totally different at 7:35. It was kind of fun. And yet I did have a Donald Trump story that I wanted to talk to you about. And it's about how now this is where there's a fork in the road. You want to say he flip-flops or he evolves. Now, those of you who say he flip-flops are those who don't like him. Those of you who say he has evolved and changed his mind about things are those who do like him. And that's fair. I mean, it's fair. Hey, I'm the first person to say that we learn from debate. I'm the first person to say that you should be allowed to change your mind about something, you know? And if somebody is making a point that you disagree with, but you respect that person and you say to yourself, that person is pretty smart. How come I don't agree? And then you listen to that person. I mean, you could take this debate about the Confederate flag, and you can see that there are smart, intelligent people on both sides of this debate.
Yeah.
And therefore, whichever side you're on, you have to say to yourself, okay, there are intelligent people who disagree with me. Let me hear what they're saying and see if I can understand it the way they're playing it out, the way they're saying it. It is what we should do. I will say this about Donald Trump. The way and I don't know him, so that's a disclaimer. However, we all know somebody through the media, and if somebody has written a book, you know them through the book. The more I learn about ghostwriters, though, the more I wonder about when somebody writes a book.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if he literally wrote the books that he has his name on, or if he hired ghostwriters. That I don't know, and nor do I know that it really matters, because I would think that a really good ghostwriter, would be basically representing the person whose name is going to be on the book.
Exactly.
Okay. So with that said, I want to tell you there's an article going around. It's written by two guys, Christopher Massey and Andrew Kaczynski, and it is a very trending article, and it is titled A Guide to the Radical Left-Wing Ideology and Flip-Flops of Fake Conservative Donald J. Trump. So with that title, you already know that these two guys are painting a picture of Donald Trump, and they've already established that they don't like him. That's what they've already done with this title, correct?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I'm going to use that article as a way to present this piece, but I want you to call in and agree with them, disagree with them, disagree or agree with anything Robin and I might say. In other words, the debate segment of the morning that I usually do at 7:35 is happening now. It's happening right now, okay? So that's just kind of to set it up. So they make a lot of different points in this, and the only thing I wanted to say, and I started to, and then I got distracted by my own thoughts, but when you are a successful person, there's a good chance that you're a good negotiator. Most successful people are also very good at negotiating, which means they're probably very good at compromising. They're probably also very good at being an open person and allowing yourself to change your mind about one thing or another. So I'll say that kind of in advance to defend Donald Trump. Not that he needs my defending, nor does it also mean that I don't have some things I would like to talk to him about that I don't agree with, like the wall on the Mexican border.
Yes.
I don't believe in walls. And you know what happens when a person doesn't believe in walls? They don't stop them. And so there's plenty of people in this world who don't believe in walls, and that wall will not stop those people.
Yeah.
And if you're, you know, he made the point about the rapists, etc., coming from Mexico, and I realize there probably are some. When you have that many people, there are going to be some bad people in there.
Sure, there are.
But the really
Not all good.
the really bad people are the ones who will get across the wall.
Yeah.
The ones who really want to wreak havoc and do harm, they will find a way over the wall, around the wall, through the wall, under the wall.
Exactly.
It's the people who are just struggling to make a living, and they see an opportunity in this country. Now, I'm not saying illegals should be allowed. I'm just saying that those are the ones who won't come in, because those are the ones who'll be intimidated by the wall. All right, so I'll take some phone calls. I haven't really started reading to you yet from this article, but I'll do that as well. But I want to make sure you get your time, because we didn't do it this morning. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Larry, Robin.
Hey, Sonny.
You know, a wall could also be something that is, figuratively speaking, if you really enforce the border laws. Now, everybody says, oh, we need new immigration laws, I need this, we need that. Excuse me, we've had immigration laws ever since this was a country.
Right.
Some of the biggest laws that came down were in the 1860s, 1870s, when they opened up Ellis Island, because they wanted immigrants, but they wanted them to come in the right way.
They will have rules, right?
Bringing all kinds of diseases in, which is still happening today.
Right.
This country had TB practically wrapped up. Well, guess what? It's here again. We now have people coming down. You know, they're very few and far between, but they're coming down with leprosy all of a sudden.
Right.
We never had that.
I saw that too. Yeah.
So to me, I like what I'm hearing for Donald Trump. I mean, we have these career politicians. McCain was around when that 1986 amnesty bill was signed by President Reagan, but they call it an amnesty bill, whomsoever. If you read it, they gave amnesty to 11 million. You go figure it out and just use some state statistics for indigent care, and you multiply that by the number of states here, and I get a figure close to 40 to 50 million people in this country.
Could be, yeah, could be.
And we've got to do something. And the politicians either want outright open borders, one world government, or North American Union, whatever you want to call it, or you have politicians that want to look the other way and forget about the laws they already passed. We have a lot of senior politicians who were in office when that law was signed by Reagan in 1986, whether they were congressmen and they're senators now, who, you know, whatever. And McCain is one of the biggest flip-floppers, rhinos, and whatever else you want to call them. Pro-American. I don't think he's very pro-American at all. And that's what we need in this country. We have to bring our jobs back.
Thank you, Sonny.
We have to start thinking of Americans first.
Got it. Thank you. Appreciate the call. And I don't disagree with you. I would. Here's what I would disagree with you. I would say McCain is pro-American. I just think you don't agree with his way of being an American. And still, none of that takes away from his hero thing. And I don't want to get stuck on that. But I had an issue with Donald Trump saying that. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. Good morning. To turn the discussion back to the flag display. All of this attention has been paid to the flag of the Confederacy. And I'm from New York, and we won that war. But there's another flag on that series of flagpoles, the flag of the Kingdom of Spain. Well, when the emissaries of the Kingdom of Spain came over, there are no Native Americans from before the Spanish arrived, still living in North America. Those fun folks committed genocide.
Yeah, sure did.
So the slavery era in America, as terrible as it was kind of a babe in the woods experience compared to what the Kingdom of Spain did on 3 continents.
Right. No, I've heard that,
so,
and you're absolutely right.
If you're a Native American, you're probably not real crazy about the Kingdom of Spain.
Right. All right, Jim. Let me go to a break. That was a good point.
Goodbye.
All right, I didn't get to the
article.
The flip-flopping of Donald Trump. This is an article that is trending right now or popular. I'll do that when we come back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, times of clouds and sunshine. There'll be a thunderstorm or two around this afternoon and this evening. Our high today 90 to 94, then partly cloudy later tonight, 74 to 78. For tomorrow, a mix of clouds and sun with a couple of afternoon and evening thunderstorms in the area, the high 90 to 94. On Friday, more clouds and sun with a couple of thunderstorms in the afternoon, high 87 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Central Florida Eye Institute is the area's leader in laser vision correction. From high-definition refraction surgery and LASIK vision correction to custom cataract, glaucoma, and diabetic treatment, you can count on Dr. Crowley and his effective, friendly staff to provide you with the quality care you deserve. Call 352-237-8400 for an appointment or more information. That number again is 352-237-8400. Looking forward to service your vision needs.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy, never being in the mood, and when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then, I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow, they made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy, and no longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind, with a custom treatment plan that really works. I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.
Call New Male Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
Want to learn more about your furnace or air conditioner? Tune in this Saturday for free tips and expert advice on how to get the most out of your heating and air conditioning system. Or get a free AC rejuvenation by being the first person to go to cleanmyac.com. That's cleanmyac.com. Saturday, free tips and expert advice on how to get the most out of your heating and air conditioning system. Or get a free AC rejuvenation by being the first person to go to cleanmyac.com. That's cleanmyac.com.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Cozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
All right, 18 minutes after 10 o'clock, 86 degrees here at the Paddock Mall. And let's talk about this article. It's titled, A Guide to the Radical Left-Wing Ideology and Flip-Flops of Fake Conservative Donald J. Trump. I'm not going to repeat what I said earlier. That's just the title of the article, written by Christopher Massey and Andrew Kaczynski. Real quickly, I need to thank Dr. Thomas Crowley for sponsoring AM Ocala Live. He is a board-certified ophthalmologist over at Central Florida Eye Institute. He can and they can take care of anything related to your eyes, whether it's simply an eye exam and maybe eyeglasses, all the way to something more serious like diabetic eye treatments and laser surgery and retinal surgery, glaucoma treatments, etc. Cataract surgery is on the list. Well, pretty much everything is on the list. The Central Florida Eye Institute is not far from where I'm speaking here at the Paddock Mall. They are in the office complex just on the other side of the mall on the Sears side, not in the mall itself, but across the way there. The address is 3133 Southwest 32nd Avenue, and the phone number over there is 237-8400. Go to centralfloridaeye.com to find out more. centralfloridaeye.com. Dr. Thomas Crowley, and thank him, and thank you, sir, if you're listening, for sponsoring the show. All right, so here's some of the flip-flops, and you could look at them as... what did I say again? Evolving?
Yes, I
things.
love that. Evolving.
Here's a flip-flop on the current president. In 2009, Trump said that Obama was, quote, a strong guy who knows what he wants, a person with the mark of a strong leader, and a total champion. He even bestowed the greatest Trump honor upon Obama, saying, I would hire him. That was 2009. In 2011, while considering making a run for the president, he placed himself as the guy everybody was looking to for the birth movement, the birth certificate proof he was looking for. So obviously he was not a fan of the president at that time. Now, again, is that flip-flopping, or is that just changing his mind?
It's just changing his mind, because people do that. The more you get to know somebody, the more you see things that weren't evident the very first time.
He put his money where his mouth is regarding Hillary Clinton. This year he called her desperate and sad, but he donated to her campaigns in 2002, 2005, 2006, and 2007. He called her very talented, a great appointment for Secretary of State, and in his 1997 book titled The Art of the Comeback, he called Hillary Clinton a wonderful woman who has handled pressure incredibly well.
Yeah, but see, she didn't handle it when she quit, so.
Well, I'm just, thank you for your commentary. Let's go to the phone real quickly. Good morning, you're on the air.
Well, this is Sonny again. Robin said it very well. You know, people are should be able to change their minds in this country.
I said that too.
Else
yes,
here.
you did.
Yeah, I said it too.
To me, why not?
Okay.
I've changed my mind. When I started out, I was a Democrat. Then I went to a Republican, and I saw that there's no difference between the Democrats and the Republicans except one thing. Democrats lie to your face, and the Republicans lie when you turn your back. So,
Well, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you.
I can change my mind. Why can't Donald Trump?
Absolutely. That is why I started this segment the way I did, because that's what I believe too. I'm not an anti-Trump guy. I want to hear what he has to say, and I want to hear why he says something different than he did a few years ago. It's important to hear the differences.
Our economy has changed since a few years ago.
Sonny, I know.
Better? I don't.
Thank you.
Well, anyway, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Oh, yeah, you too. Don't get mad at me. I'm trying to do the show. All right, let me squeeze in another phone call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing today, man?
Good.
I look at it like this, man. I think Trump is a sideshow. I think really in his heart he don't want to be the president. I think he just wants the publicity. But I hear people saying that he's saying what people want to hear. But I think about when people always say, well, we are a Judeo-Christian country, but then when somebody brings up, so we need a Christian in the White House, oh no, they too loony and stuff like that. Well, wow. If you want done in the White House, hey, it is what it is, my brother.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that. But he's saying the truth. That is the truth.
Yes.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning, guys.
Hey, Hugh.
I personally like Trump very much. With the McLean thing there, I don't know if I'd go all the way on that, but the thing I like about Trump is that he's shaking up this country. He's putting things into focus, getting him on to be disgusted. He's really, like I said, he's awakening this country to really what's going on. I think we got a lot of blind, deaf people around here. They don't know what's going on with how China's overtaken us and in the Mexican situation, and he's bringing this all up with a lot of strength. And I like the way he's doing it, and if nothing else, just making everybody aware of what's going on in this country instead of just taking a bad, an easy street kind of a point of view.
And I appreciate that, Hugh. But I think what I think is important is when you see somebody who you can look at their track record, that is what you have. That is all you have. If somebody is running for office who has held office many times, like Jeb Bush, then you look at his track record in office. Donald Trump doesn't have that kind of a track record. So the only thing you really have to look back on to try to decide if you believe he's legitimate or not is what he said before. Yes, you can change your mind. I never said you can't change your mind. Yes, you can evolve, or you can flip-flop if it's because you think it's what the people want to hear. You tell me, did Charlie Crist flip-flop or did he change his mind? Mm-hmm. How do you feel about Charlie Crist? And everybody's different. I'm not saying Crist is necessarily Trump. All I'm saying is that all you have as a voter is the words that they have spoken or the bills they have signed. In Trump's case, there have been no bills because he's never held an office. Same with Ben Carson. Same with Ross Perot when he was running. Same with so many of them that we've liked. But you have to look at Herman Cain as another one. He was a businessman. You have to look at what they've done in order to decide how you feel about what they will do. That's the way it is. Okay, so that's why we're looking back at some of these things. In the year 2000, Donald Trump wrote a book called The America We Deserve. Here's a quote from the book. "The Republicans, especially those in Congress, are captives of their right wing. The Democrats are captives of their left wing. I don't hear anyone speaking for the working men and women in the center. There is very little contact between the concerns and interests of ordinary people and the agendas of politicians. It was my observation of this gap between Americans and their leaders that led me to leave the Republican Party and join the Reform Party. The Reform Party carries a lot less baggage than the major parties. It has the opportunity to truly overhaul our political system in service of the American dream." Unquote. Now, what I will say about that is this. That's what he's doing right now. He is not representing the Republican Party as it stands, which is why some of you like him. Mm-hmm. That's why. He is actually representing more of what the Reform Party, or maybe you would say the Libertarian Party. You might say that just because he's got the R, but this is a guy who has learned how to win in his life. Mm-hmm. And he has watched and he has seen that the winners are either a D or an R. Mm-hmm. So since that's who the winner is going to be, he's going to align himself with one of them. He happens to be, he chose, he was Democrat, now he's Republican, right? So he chose the party, but he's not necessarily representing the party. Anybody disagree with that?
No.
Okay. That doesn't mean you don't like him or you do like him, not for that reason anyway. But it does explain that one quote from his book from the year 2000. These two journalists are saying it indicates he's a flip-flopper. In my mind, what it indicates is that he's doing what he was going to do all along, but he joined the team that is more likely to win.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does.
There's a couple of others here. On abortion, see, this is kind of a weird one because this isn't much of a flip-flop. Trump said in 1999 that he hated the concept of abortion, but he was strongly pro-choice, which is kind of how I am. I don't want there to be a law that prevents, but at the same time, I hate abortion. But now he says he's pro-life. That's not really a flip-flop. Mm-mm. In healthcare, on a healthcare issue, in 1999, while considering a run for the president as a member of the Reform Party, Trump said he believed in universal health care as an entitlement from birth. He said back then, "I believe in universal health care. I believe in whatever it takes to make people well and better. It's an entitlement to this country if we're going to have a great country." He said that year that as president, he would fund a comprehensive health care program with an increase in corporate taxes. Trump has not abandoned his support for universal health care, but he has now said that he would achieve that goal by negotiating deals with hospitals. And you got to admit, the guy knows how to negotiate.
Yes, he does.
I'm just pointing it out. All right. Regarding Jeb Bush, Trump has been attacking Jeb Bush this time around for being open to immigration reform, a position to the left of Trump's calling him weak on immigration. Back in June, a month ago, Trump unleashed an array of insults on his fellow Republican presidential candidate, saying it was embarrassing that Bush was beating him in the polls in New Hampshire. He's not strong, Trump said. He's not powerful, and he will never be respected to the point that you have to be. That's his comments now. So, all right, I guess we're up against the clock. So,
this is wonderful.
The article, if you want to read it for yourself, you have to Google it, I guess. It's written by Christopher Massey and Andrew Kaczynski. They are not Trump fans. I tried to take their article and balance it a little bit. The article is titled "A Guide to the Radical Left-Wing Ideology and Flip-Flops of Fake Conservative Donald J. Trump." I tried to take that article and put it in a different light. That's what I tried to do. I don't know if I did it, but we've got to go. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio. I'm Lillian Wu. A report out on the attack in Chattanooga, Tennessee says a Navy officer and one of the Marines who was killed returned fire during the massacre. Fox Radio's Tanya J. Powers reports.